Yeah, I mean, most everybody was locked up. The highlights are going to be Reuben Bain a couple, days ago, things like that. Devontae Brown was a guy who considered Miami when he was going to UCF years ago. 6'3", 200-pound cornerback, son of Selwyn Brown, who I worked with for 11 years at Miramar High School. 1987 national champion at Miami was Selwyn. He played 38 games, started 31 at UCF, I believe. I don't have his, statistical numbers, but I mean, Cristobal, his presser today, the part that I could hear before they killed the stream because the audio was atrocious. He said Devontae Brown played like 1,900 snaps and gave up 4 touchdowns in coverage, across 3 years, which is really, really good. You bring in a big corner with talent and experience. So I'm not saying he needs to be the first team All-American cornerback, but he definitely raises the floor at that position, because if you remember last year, it was DJ Ivey and Tyreek Stevenson every single available snap, with Corey Couch rotating in and Daryl Porter Jr. only playing when somebody got injured or was couldn't walk. That was really the entirety. Well, Al Blades Jr., he played safety and he played slot corner, but that was the entirety of the rotation at cornerback. So, yeah, getting Devontae Brown is, it raises the floor at corner. That's really good. Getting Damari Brown, his brother, that was, seemed to be coming for a few days. And obviously when Devontae committed, you kind of put 2 and 2 together there. He's like his brother. He's, 6'2", 195 pounds. Both of them went to American Heritage. So he's been trained up in one of the programs across the country that does the best at developing defensive backs. Pat Surtain, Tarvis McFadden went there years ago, 6'4" corner, 5-star, went to FSU. Earl Little Jr. in the last class. Jacoby Spells, who went to West Virginia in the last class. What up, Bailey? But things like that, man. So he goes to a similar, the same school. He's been there for 5 years because he went there as an 8th grader. And it's getting developed by Pat Surtain Sr., and Pat Surtain Jr., and all the guys that they've developed there. You have 2 guys who are the sons of a national championship player. And I can say this because I worked with Selwyn and I know him, right? He would get missing a couple days here and there, right? I mean, it's just, one of the things in Schoolhouse, certain people, in the sports world, call him by the last name. So, Underwood, what up, bro? Hey, where you been at, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. Oh, yeah, I coach my son's Optimist team. And we had to go out to California to play in the Super Bowl, light work, slight work, 55-3 or whatever, got another Super Bowl. And every year, these kids with Devontae and Damari, these teams with them on there, with Selwyn coaching, would win championships every single year. I think it was 1 year. And because, we would, as the staff members, we would go and we would hoop sometimes. We'd at least, shoot around or hoop in the gym. I just remember he was because Selwyn's like his sons, he's 6'2" and, 2, probably 30 at this point. He's kind of rocked up, and it's funny. He's this big dude and he's a shooter. I mean, he's a sniper. He will give it to him from 35, count it. But all of a sudden he's taking it to the rack and he's bouncing off a contact, putting a shoulder. And I said, big fella. We're on the court. We're not on the field. What's going on? He said, man, I'm a little upset. We lost one. I said, yeah, no, we lost the championship this year. I'm a little mad. I had to get it out. I was like, oh, okay. I feel you, big fella, but elbows and shoulders don't need all of those. But I say that to say, I mean, for so many of these years that I worked together with him, he's winning championship after championship after championship with his kids. And they also won at the high school level. So now you're taking that pedigree on the field from Optimist to high school, now to the U as well, with the physical stature and pedigree of being in the lineage with someone who won a national championship. These are the things that you're adding to the roster. And it's great to get guys of the size of Devontae and Damari Brown and the speed of Robbie and Bobby Washington, but it's deeper than rap. It's more than just surface level. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.